So welcome back. I'm here with the video logarithmic differentiation. This is a very important topic in the differentiation part. So in the last video we have discussed what is called composite differentiation and derivatives of inverse trigonometry problems, and I've solved the entire exercise. So now in this session we'll have a discussion on this. In the logarithms, the question is when to use log and what is the purpose of using log in differentiation. There is no connection between log and differentiation here. There is no friendship actually. Log the use in another, I'm just explaining, and in two cases actually we'll be using log and differentiate. And what are those two cases? Let's have a discussion. You have so many questions. Example, they'll never mention it something like differentiate this by using log and then mention madadilla. You will have so many ideas, so many questions. See what happens when I use log for this problem. So let's clear the confusion there. So first of all, you had this d by dx of x power n and d by dx of a power x. So d by dx of x power n is n into x to the power of n minus 1. A power x is a power x into log a. Fine. So you had this concept, x power n concept and a power x concept. When we use this is variable and this is constant. So variable to the power of constant we will be using what is called x power n. For example, x square, sin square x, root of tan x. Root of tan x is again nothing but tan x equal to the power of 1 by 2. For all these problems we'll be using that, and even in the last video I've explained how to take up the problems. And when to use this a power x, a is nothing but constant and x is nothing but a variable. So constant to the power of variable iddaga we'll be using what is called a power x. That is derivative of a power x is a power x into log a. So this is all fine. So the very interesting is if a power x and you may have something like 2 power x, we'll be using this, or 3 power sin x. So e formulas all use ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. So the core thing here is suppose when I ask you what's the derivative of constant over constant, is it not the stupid one? Constant differentiation is 0. But constant over constant andaga that becomes big constant. Derivative of it is not like big or small. Derivative of any constant is 0. So there is no question of talking about constant over constant. So let's go with what is called variable power variable. This is what the meat of the matter here. Variable to the power of variable. This actually you would not come across the problems of this type. For example, when I have something like x power x, what's the differentiation of x power x? There is no essence of x power n or a power x. Or when I ask you something like sin x to the power of cos x, this variable, this variable. So what is it? One thing we need to notice is we have variable to the power of variable ಇದೆ. So variable to the power of variable is ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? That's a natural question you'll be getting there. So that is what the main light is on this area, x power x, sin x to the power of cos x. Let's go with that. So you understood one simple thing, in this session you'll come across problems of this type, variable to the power of variable. So first of all, when to take log and what is the purpose of log? All simple whenever the problem is complex, to make this simple, we use log. That's it. So log the purpose is complex we make it simple. Log only we have certain properties, simple properties. By using those simple properties, we make the complex one into simple. That's the purpose of taking log. The interesting thing is, for a complex problem, if you take log, it becomes simple. Simple problem, it becomes complex. Clear? I'll just go with this. For example, when I have something like y is equal to sin x, derivative of sin x ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? Derivative of sin x is nothing but cos x. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ no need of using log actually. ನೀವು log ತಗೊಂಡು ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಶಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. Simply you can write y is equal to sin x, dy by dx becomes what? Cos x. ಹೌದಾ? So now what I do is like I just apply log on both sides. See what happens. Log y is equal to log of sin x. So derivative of log of something is 1 by something. Here log x differentiation is 1 by x. Adhe tara log of something differentiation is 1 by something. And differentiation of this something, differentiation of y with respect to x is dy by dx. Adhe ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ differentiation of log of sin x is 1 by sin x into differentiation of this something. What is that? Sin x. Differentiation of sin x is what? Cos x. So finally dy by dx equal to y into cos x divided by sin x. So what is that y there? Y is again nothing but sin x. Sin x into y is sin x substitute ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. Cos x divided by sin x. These two get cancels. Finally dy by dx equal to cos x. Do you need all this drama to get derivative of sin x as cos x? Is it not the simple one? ಹೌದಾ? So ಇದು y is equal to sin x ಅನ್ನೋದು that's a very simple problem. ಆ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ನಿನಗೆ ಲಾಗ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ರಾಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ದಟ್. ನೀನು ಎಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಲಾಗ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಎಂತ ತೊಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ದ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಟೇಕ್ ಲಾಗ್, ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಅಂಡ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಶಿಯೇಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ ಕಾಂಪ್ಲೆಕ್ಸ್. ಕಾಂಪ್ಲೆಕ್ಸ್ ಇರೋ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಲಾಗ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ ಸಿಂಪಲ್. ದಟ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್. ಸೊ ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ, ಒನ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಯು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್, ನಥಿಂಗ್ ರಾಂಗ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಟೇಕ್ ಲಾಗ್ ಫಾರ್ ದೀಸ್ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್. ಈಗ ನಾನು ಐ ಗೋ ವಿತ್ ಒನ್ ಮೋರ್. Suppose when I have something like y is equal to sin x into cos x. Sin x into cos x ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ? What's the differentiation of sin x into cos x? How do you differentiate this? Product rule use ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತಾನೆ. So sin x into cos x, u into v. So I'll be using uv rule. That is u into v dash plus v into u dash. u v dash plus v u dash. That's it. ಹೌದಾ? The problem comes whenever we have something like sin x into cos x into e power x into something like x square into, or something like for example, product of 4 terms, sin x into cos x into e power x into x square. Is it not like u v w x? Stupid alla? You can use, but that's a humongous one. u v w x. Suppose e power x into x square. How do you differentiate e power x into x square? Product rule. U into v dash plus v into u dash. But in the product of 4 terms, is it not the complex? So now to make this complex into simple one, use log. So now if log is not, log y is equal to log of sin x into cos x into e power x into x square. Clear? So what is the purpose and reason for using log is, as it is complex one, I make it simple by taking log on both sides. ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ, ಲಾಗ್ ತಗೊಂಡ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಶಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಲ್ಲ. ಲಾಗ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ಮೇಲೆ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಅದನ್ನ ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಅಟ್ ದ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಎಂಡ್. ಲಾಗ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸಮ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ. ಲೆಟ್ ಮೀ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ದ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟೀಸ್ ನಾವು. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇನು ಬೇಕೋ ಅದು ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಿರ್ತೀವಿ. ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಲಾಗ್ mn. So previous syllabus, like old syllabus, you had all these proofs. Log mn is log m plus n, log mn is log. So we had this proof, but nimigilla idu. But try to learn the property at least. Log mn can be written as, this is product. Remember this. Log mn can be written as log m plus log m. Suppose when you had something like product of 4, 5, something. For example, log abcd. What is log abcd? It is log a plus log b plus log c plus log d. That's it. You can use that property. Clear? So now this is not the differentiation. Point to be noted. Differentiation of log mn is log m plus log n Allah. This is property of log. There is no connection between this and differentiation. Either differentiation Allah. This is property. Clear? So now ego property is marked. See, there is no smell of differentiation yet. Yellow ನಿಮಗೆ differentiation of the smell ಕಾಣ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. Just you are using log and trying to simplify. ಈಗ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, log ABCD is log A plus log B plus log C plus log D. Clear? Log A plus log B plus log C plus log D. Log ABCD. ಈಗ differentiate ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. Log of something is 1 by something. There, log of something is 1 by something. Derivative of that something. Differentiation of y with respect to x is dy by dx. That is equals to. Same thing. Differentiation of log of sin x is 1 by sin x into. Differentiation of sin x is what? Cos x. Log of something is 1 by something. Differentiation of that something is like sin x is cos x. Same thing. Differentiation of log of cos x is 1 by cos x. Differentiation of cos x is minus sin x. Log of e power x is 1 by e power x. E power x differentiation is e power x plus log of x square is 1 by x square, and differentiation of that x square is 2x. Cancel these. So dy by dx equal to y into, this is cos by sin is cot, sin by cos is tan, and this 1, this is 2 by x. And you just write what is that y there. See, I'm not here to do the problems now. Just try to understand. And then log ತಗೊಂಡು ನಾನು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಇದನ್ನ simplify ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. That is what you need to understand here. Clear? So we'll have a plenty of problems in the exercise. So in detail I'll be explaining the problems in the next video. Ignore. Let's go with one more problem of this type. When I have something like y equals to root x. So what is the derivative of root x? It's 1 by 2 root x. That's very simple. In general, what is derivative of, when I have something like root of variable. Variable ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಲ್ಲ ನಿಮಗೆ? x sin x tan x e power x log x dash dash. What is the derivative of root of variable? It is 1 by 2 root of variable. 1 by 2 root of variable into derivative of that variable. This is a simple thing. Like compositor is an extra model. Differentiation of root of something is 1 by 2 root of something into differentiation of that something. Something ಬದಲು ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್ ಅಂತ ಕೂಡ ಏನು ತಪ್ಪಿಲ್ಲ, ಹೌದಿಲ್ಲ? Root of variable is 1 by 2 root of variable into d by dx of that variable. Clear? So ಈಗ ನಾನು I'll be using this. For example, root of tan x. So ಅದೇ ಸ್ಮೆಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ. Root of tan x. Root of tan x is 1 by 2 root of tan x into differentiation of tan x is what? Secant square x. Fine. Ega. Now I'll just go with one more. So have patience. Ignore it. Y equal to root of x minus 1 into x minus 2, something like x minus 3. It's right to the code. So ega ade smell root of this complex variable. What is differentiation of root of variable? 1 by 2 root of variable into differentiation of that variable. In the sense, dy by dx equal to root of variable in the sense 1 by 2 root of this done into differentiation of this complete. Is it not the complex one? Do you feel that it's complex one? Definitely. ಇನ್ನ ನಿಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ಹೆಜ್ಜೆ ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋಗಿ x minus 1, x minus 2, x minus 3, 5, x minus 4, x minus 5 ಇನ್ನ ಕಾಂಪ್ಲೆಕ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. Is it not the complex one to differentiate? ಇದಿಷ್ಟು ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Root of variable is 1 by 2 root of variable into differentiation of that variable. Very, very, very humongous. Okay? So what I do is I try to simplify initially first. So as soon as I just see the problem that it is complex, I try to simplify. Now log ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, log ಇರೋದೇ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ log ಇರೋದು ನನಗೆ. Log of x minus 1 into x minus 3 x minus 2 divided by x minus 3 ಈ ರೂಟ್ ನ whole to the power of 1 by 2 ಅಂತ ಬರೀತೀವಿ. So here we have one more property, that is last example ಅಲ್ಲಿ we have seen log mn. ಈಗ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು property log a to the power of m. Log a power m is m log a. ಇದು ಒಂದು property. This is not differentiation. I am shouting. This is not differentiation. This is property. Okay, ಇದು ಒಂದು property, ಇದು differentiation ಅಲ್ಲ, because you are in the circumference of differentiation. Now whatever I tell you, just since that differentiation on a sensor, it is not differentiation. This is nowhere concerned with differentiation. This is just a property. Log a power m is m into log m. Clear? So here now the property, and one more thing is like log a whole to the power of m ಅಲ್ಲ, log a whole to the power of m ನ m log n ಬರೆಯಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. Okay, so in power movement it is not for the whole, it is to the a. Clear? So ಈಗ ನಾನು ಈ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಈಗ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, what I do is log y is equal to, this is something like log a, this complete is a, log a whole to the power of m. Log a whole to the power of m is m into log a. Now log y is equals to 1 by 2 into, there is one more property there, that is log m by n. Log m by n can be written as log m minus log m. Just I will use three properties. The first one is log mn. Log mn can be written as log m plus log n. Clear? Andre product idaga use ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. One more formula is log a power m is m log a. The third is log m by n. Log m by n can be written as log m minus log n. Clear? So ಈಗ ಅದು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಇದು ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಇದಿಷ್ಟು m ತರ ಇದೆ, ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಇದಿಷ್ಟು n ತರ ಇದೆ. Log m by n, that can be written as log m minus log n. ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೋ ಅಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್? ಸೊ ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಅಂದಾಗ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ದೆನ್ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಶಿಯೇಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಈಗ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಇನ್ನ ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ನಾನು log y is equal to 1 by 2 into, ಈಗ ಇದು ನೋಡ್ರಿ, log m into n. Log m into n can be written as what? Log m plus log n minus of this log of x minus 3. ಮುಗಿತು, ಏನು ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಮುಗಿತು. ಈಗ now what I do is differentiation. ಅದನ್ನು ನಾನು like when I take up the exercise problems in detail I will be explaining, our clarity ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮಗೆ. ನಿಮಗೆ ಇವಾಗ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ನೀವು ಏನು ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, what are the properties I have explained and how these properties are used in simplifying this problem, ಅದನ್ನು ನೀವು ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಷಿಯೇಷನ್ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಮುಗಿಯುತ್ತೆ. log y is what? 1 by y. Differentiation of y with respect to x, dy by dx. Log of x minus 1, 1 by x minus 1. Differentiation of x minus 1, 1. Log of x minus 2, 1 by x. Matter close. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಮುಗಿಯುತ್ತೆ. ಅದಲ್ಲ. So what set area we need to concentrate is this part. Log a power m ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, log m by n ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, log m into n ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. What is that important thing is that simplify ಮಾಡೋದ್ರ ನಾನು I did not use what is called differentiation. Simplify complete ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ then I am thinking of differentiation. That's it. Clear? So this is a case 1 where we will be using log. Let's go with one more, case 2, that is y is equals variable to the power of variable. If for example when I have something like y is equal to x power x, you are not supposed to use x power n formula. Here x power n ಯಾವಾಗ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್ ಟು ದ ಪವರ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್. a power x ಯಾವಾಗ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? a power x ಯಾವಾಗ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಟು ದ ಪವರ್ ಆಫ್ ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್. x is variable, x is variable, x power n is ruled out, a power x is ruled out. Now the new thing is x power x. So illi whenever we have, I'm shouting variable to the power of variable idaga, take log on both sides. Log y is equal to log x power x. Simplify. Log y is equals to, ಈಗ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಸರಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ log y ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಷಿಯೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ. ನಾವು ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಷಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಬೋತ್ ದ ಸೈಡ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಡು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಷಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಹಂಗೆ ಒಣ ಇರಬಾರ್ದು. Both the sides you have to do. Log a power m. What is log a power m? Just now discussed, log a power m is m into log a. That's it. Properties है नಮಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಗೇರ್ ಹಾಕೋದು. Log a power m is m into log a. ಆಯ್ತು, ಇನ್ನು ಎಂತ ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಮುಗಿತಲ್ಲ. Log y differentiation 1 by y. Differentiation of y with respect to x, dy by dx equal to, ಇದು u into v dash. Differentiation of log x is 1 by x plus log x into differentiation of x is 1 divided cancel, dy by dx becomes, that is equals to y into 1 plus log x. And what is that y there? Y is nothing but x power x into 1 plus log x. That's it. Clear? So just I have explained, like ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಲೈನ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂತ ಹೋಗಿಲ್ಲ. I have illustrated the theory part by taking an example. This is applicable for all the problems of this type, like sin x power cos x ದಾಗೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, x power sin inverse x, same thing. Log ತಗೋರಿ, ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ, ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ, then you go for differentiation. So ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ you get some models ಈ ತರ y is equal to x power x plus sin x to the power of cos x, ಈ ತರ different problems ಬರ್ತವೆ. So we'll have that all those exercise problems in the next video. Clear? So one thing you understood, for a simple problem, if you use log, nothing wrong. The simple one in log is more, it becomes complex. For a complex problem, if you use log, it becomes simple. Then go for the differentiation. So complex problems idaga log use ಮಾಡಿ differentiate ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ. Second one is variable to the power of variable idaga log use ಮಾಡಿ differentiate ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ. And this is what you are going to do. So in logarithmic differentiation. So in the next video we'll have a discussion on this. Actually I was too tired, in the sense ನನ್ನ mobile ಅಲ್ಲಿ I took 3 takes due to some problem. ಅರ್ಧ ಗಂಟೆ ಮಾಡೋದು, there will be some problem with the zooming, ಇದಕ್ಕಿದ್ದಂಗೆ ಬ್ಲರ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡೋದು, ಈ ಥರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು. And I should really thank Pawan Kumar of PCMC. He is doing a very good job. ಪಾಪ ನಾನು ಕರೆದಾಗೆಲ್ಲ I should really appreciate in the video itself, because whenever I face some problems, technical problems, within fraction of minutes, he'll be there with me and he'll solve the problems. Thank you Pawan for your support and thanks for watching. So in the next video we'll have our problems, we'll discuss the problems. Till then, take care, bye bye, thank you.